Hey guys, Meyer Neal here. I am your citywide bass coach, and I'm here to work with you on Waltz. This is our second time together on Waltz by Johannes Brahms. This is a super cool piece. It is not a super easy piece. I hope it's going well for you. If not, I really hope that this helps you. We have about a week left to do on this, right? It's coming up. I know you've done work on it, and I've heard most of you guys, and so I am confident that you're going to do great. But what we can do today on this video, or every day you watch this video, is just make it a little better, okay? So work with me today on this, on the stuff I'm showing you. We're going to learn how to play it in better tune. We're going to work on a vibrato a little bit, and then get cracking on those practice tracks, and we'll do our last lesson this week. I haven't met with a couple of you, so it's important that I do that. So please reach out to me and get your free bass lesson. Woo woo! It'll be awesome. I'll help you a bunch. If not, then good luck. All right, but no, seriously, I'd love to hear you and work with you. So let's get started. Make sure our bass is in tune. Let's warm up. So these are it's called motion police. This is what I do to warm up my hips and my shoulder. Start up bow on the E string like this. And we're going to go over the strings. Try to use the whole bow across all the strings. After you get to the G, you're going to go backwards. We're going to start with a lot of motion, playing kind of slow. Use your hips. Use your shoulder. If you think you look stupid, you're doing it right. So fun thing to practice when you're like, you want people to think you're a weirdo. Man, look at that guy. He must be a really, or girl, they must be a really serious bass player. They're practicing like a real weirdo. They probably sound really good. Alright, we're going to do it a little faster. Alright, go back to where you were. Just a little faster. Okay, and now we're going to use less motion, okay? So stand up tall. Use less bow. Your natural instinct is go a little quicker, right? Oh my gosh, I'm barely using any bow. Faster, more motion. Bring it back down. Less motion. Okay, good. All right. Well, that worked for me. I'm loose. Let's do your left arm now. Okay, this is called the lever. We use fourth finger a lot in this. Okay, and fourth finger needs to be strong and it needs to be comfortable for this piece to work well. So let's work on our fourth fingers. I'm going to adjust my microphone just a smidgen. Just a smidgen. Alright, so that way you can hear my voice just a little better. I think you'll still hear the bass well. Yeah, bass sounds the same. Bass is big. My voice is not as big. Alright, so the lever is, we work on the lever exercise with in half position like this. It's going to go 4, 2, 1 on B flat. And then 2, 4, 1. And then 2, 1, 4. And then 1, 2, 4. I'm going to go a lot slower now, okay? So I'm going to say it along with you. Down bow, up bow, down bow, up bow. We're going to do a different bow on each string. Okay, so here we go. 4, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. Again. E, F, E flat. B, B flat, C. right, so watch my elbow this time. When I play fourth finger, my elbow is up. When I play first finger, my elbow is down. Try that. It's a lot to think about, but we'll go slow. Up, down, up. There it is, down. Stay down, up, down, up. Stay up, down, up, down, down. Good, 4, down, up. Why do we do that? Oh my gosh, that's so annoying and confusing. Here's why. When you use the lever, oops, I do this every time. Okay, when you use the lever, basically this is what is happening. My thumb, let's do it in a better way. This is better. All right, so this is my string, and this is the neck. Okay, so as you see, my first finger is on this side, and my pinky is on this side of my thumb. The thumb is a fulcrum. Okay, so if I raise my elbow, what I'm essentially doing is my thumb is going to press against the base, and it's going to pull my pinky opposite, right? It's going to pull my pinky into the string and make it stronger. Okay, so that's why we do the lever on the pinky, up on the pinky. Opposite, when I lower my elbow, you see my first finger gets pulled back. You don't want to use your wrist to do this. You keep your wrist strong, you keep your thumb strong, you keep your fingers strong. You move your arm, and it's going to move that hand down, right? Down, first finger, up, pinky, down, first finger, up, pinky. You see, that's kind of cool, right? It's called the lever, and it makes your left hand playing way, way stronger. So we got to get these shoulders loose. Lever, here we go. 4, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1. 2, 1, 4, 1, 2, 4. Practice the lever, okay? Just practice it. We're going to move on for now because we got a lot of things to do. So, on this song, let's start off nice and easy, playing it through half tempo, okay? So this is quarter note equals 96, so half of that would be quarter note equals 48. Pretty slow, but I think it'll be kind of nice. Here we go. Oops, that's 80. 48. 1, 2, 3, ready, here we go. A little quieter the second time. A lot of fourth finger in this. Use the lever up here too. 1. 4. 1, slow down there. Fingering's the same as before. Now slow down. All right. So there we go. Waltz at half tempo. Anything stand out? So the thing about waltz is there are not a ton of notes in this, and the ones that we do have get repeated a bunch. So it's really important that we can play the ones we have in tune well. So let's figure out, first things first, how do we find this B? A B with first finger, it's so weird. It's out of nowhere, right? Here's what I would do if I were you. Is I would play a G and an A and a B, like a G major scale. Oops. So, and I'd play a good B and make sure it's in tune by going like this: G, B, and then D. Those aren't B's. This is a B. Now just let's try it with first finger. Sorry, I had to hear that. I sneeze sometimes. All right, first finger. If your B is low, it's gonna sound sad. We don't want that. We don't want a weird B that's like in between a B flat and a B sharp or a B natural. Two different sounds. We don't want this. Now, it's no good. It's gotta be a B. Gotta get the B in tune. So here we go. B. Ah, it sounds nice and happy. Here's a G chord to help you. Good. B. Let's sing it and play it. B. Often, your ears can get tricked, and it can trick you into playing notes not in tune. One thing to fix that and to get ahead of it is to sing it. All right, so what I'd encourage you to do is sing along with the practice track away from the bass and then sing it with the bass. Okay, here's what that does. Either your voice is out of tune or your bass is out of tune, but something's weird. You got three things to check now. What you think the note is in your head, what you're singing the voice as, four things to check: what the bass is producing and what you're hearing. Okay, so all that's got to line up now, which is going to make you play it in a lot better tune. So here we go. B, G, B, B, G, 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 C, D, C, B, A, B, G, G, D, B, 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 D, F sharp, B, D, C sharp, D, F sharp, B, B. All right, so out of all this, there's three notes that people play out of tune. First is that first B. B. Okay, so we got that. All right, we're working on our B. The second is this F sharp. I don't know. I just went for it, and it's out of tune. Unfortunately, it's not the right note. That's an F sharp. So how do I get that right? Here is what I do. I'll try to show you without breaking everything. No, that's no good. Maybe you can. Alright, come over here and I'll show you. Just kidding. We're on video. So here we go. Whenever I play an F sharp, I don't worry about putting my thumb on the back. Okay, my thumb is further down. It's actually kind of on the side of the bass. You see that? I have a little curved part here, and you can see where it's kind of worn, where my thumb goes. Okay, and it's got a little bit of resistance. Maybe I'm pushing with just the edge of my thumb in that little corner, but it's hardly on the back. My hands aren't big enough. Maybe your hands are big enough, but mine are not. Okay, and then to play the note, I have to pull back like that. Okay, keep the hand shape. It's important that you keep a good hand shape. Now, when you're this high, you don't need to spread at all. Just keep your fingers closed. F sharp. Pull it down like a paw. All right, so now we know how to play the note. Let's figure out how to tune the note. So F sharp, we don't have a string that we can tune it off of. G. It's easy. There's a G string. D. It's easy. There's a D string. But F sharp, there's no F sharp string. Here's how I tune it. I use the D string. Play a D and then play an F sharp and then play them together. Let's try to put it in context. Don't try that. Don't play the D and the F sharp there to tune that. But you could, I guess, conceivably. That one you're just going to have to hear. Play a G, and then an F sharp's right below it. So in context. We got it. Yay! Let's find this F sharp, G. That's a G. Now F sharp's right below it. And then our B flat. Okay, and then we're playing. So let's go on. Next section is similar, right? Now this G is a super fun note. Don't get so carried away with the harmonic. As you can see in this part, they don't have a O by the G, which means that you have permission to push it down. So play your harmonic, but then try to push it down. And wiggle it. If you keep a strong third finger and it's flat, you may be able to get a little bit of vibrato. It's up to you, you don't have to, but I like to do it. Play the harmonic and then see if you can wiggle it. Now definitely play the harmonic for the next part because we're shifting. Again, let's use our trusty D string to tune that A. Hear it out of tune? It's terrible. I hate it. Oh no. You hear it lock in? Alright, cool. You can always check it with an A string too. But I think it's easier to check with the D. Okay, because it's closer. So that's our A. You getting a theme here? Check it with the D string. You can play the D string for all these. And then once you start learning how to tune notes to the G string, you can tune the D string, you can tune almost all these notes to the D string. that's it, guys. For tuning the notes, I promised you I would talk to you about vibrato, and I will. I love vibrato. It's the best. The thing about vibrato is you just got to practice it. Here's how I practice vibrato. In violin, we have a wrist vibrato, right? Because our fingers move up and down the string. Because the concept of a vibrato is we have a note, and all we do is we make it go flat a little bit, and it widens the note. So here's a note. On a note with vibrato. So now the note takes up more space, and also it helps control, we can focus the way the vibrations go in a room, right? So all sound is vibrations, right? When I play a D, it vibrates at a frequency of a D, okay? Now whenever I use vibrato, sometimes it vibrates at this frequency, and sometimes it vibrates slightly below it. So instead of vibrating at a very narrow frequency, now we're taking up more frequencies, and depending on because rooms don't always respond to like the frequencies the same way. So if you have your few different frequencies going on, it's going to sound better in a room. All right, so that's kind of the idea behind vibrato, why we do vibrato. But the way to do it is an arm vibrato. So my arm is up, or it's kind of down, right? Because I'm playing first finger. And all I do is I move my finger back, 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 back. Okay? Now, it's kind of like when you learn how to ride a bike, you're like, you don't really get all the coordination right away. So that's okay. Just try to actually do the motion, which is our finger goes back. Just play around with it. It's going to take a few days, and your brain is going to have to actually process what you're doing more than just one day. All right, so let's say, okay, we've been doing that for a few days. What's next? Next, we're going to use Cobra Strike, okay? Cobra Strike is where put our thumb on the back, and we cup our hand like this. We go around and around and around, and then strike a note and wiggle. And that's just going to kind of get it loosened up. Around, 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 strike and wiggle. Around, 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 strike and wiggle. Okay, just wiggle. Okay, so you're like, all right, I got the wiggle. I got the concept. What do I do next? Now, what I would do and what I do to practice vibrato is put a metronome on 68. This is advanced vibrato practice, okay? And I think wiggle, 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 wiggle. I focus on one string. Okay, let's say I want to make my vibrato on the G string. Awesome. So I'm going to play an A minor scale, which is all the white notes. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Okay, first finger only. Here we go. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. So once you get comfortable with wiggling on that A, go to B. And on the wi, I always think it's in tune, and then goal is back. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. See? I go to thumb early. G. Second finger. You got it, so I'm going to go through all the fingers. And then on fourth finger, I just go up by half step. B flat, B, C, C sharp, D, E flat, E. Alright, and then once you get each finger individually, next step beyond that would be we're going to wiggle back and forth. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 4, 2, shift. 1, 2, 4, 2, shift. That's hard. That's gonna take a while. If you get that far in a week, you are amazing. But I would expect you to get that far over like a month. Okay, so that's it. It's a longer video. It's got some good stuff in it. I hope it really helps you. If you're playing it this weekend, have fun with it. If it's Monday, contact me about getting a lesson, and we will get this sorted out. It's a cool piece. I'll get the practice track to you super, super soon. And that's all, folks. Have a great day.